Anyway, speaking of B-plus movies, we have the 2016 film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny, the highly acclaimed sequel of the first one that came out in some year, I think in early 2000s, that was requested by Tanner.
Oh yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. We have one of the... I don't know any of the characters' names, by the way. We have the lady character from the first movie returning. And the plot of this one has nothing to do with the first one, to be honest, but some people are trying to steal the Sword of Destiny from her. And then there's an evil guy, and people are fucking around for a while, and then they go fight and kill the evil guy and all his minions, the end. Fun fact, this movie was directed by the action choreographer of the first film.
Wow.
Oh. Bad fun fact. Dylan, where are you putting this one? Where are you putting it?
I think I gave this a B-. I did. I gave it a B-.
Holy smokes. Jackson, how about you?
I'm at a C-.
Interesting.
I thought I was gonna be in the average running. Oh no.
I am at a D+.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Not totally unexpected from you. I'm at a flat C.
Okay. It's interesting that all of us liked this more than the first film, except for Tanner, who has it at the same rank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I predicted, I think I said exactly, like, we probably are going to like the action more, and that'll, like, raise it up. And I do think the action is better for this. The thing that holds us back is, one, the story is... It's worse because there's just less going on and it's way more stupid and whatever.
Yeah.
And dude, the biggest thing for me is this movie is fucking ugly, dude.
Yes. There's so much goddamn bloom in it. It looks very weird.
I can agree with... I didn't critique it on that level, obviously, but I would agree with that. My big problems... I like that they cleaned up the wiring, I guess. I don't know if that's what you call it, basically, where they're, like, flying around doing that bullshit.
It looks less goofy, for sure.
Yeah, it looks much better. I had a big problem with that with the first one. I'm gonna sound like Nico here, so please forgive me, Jackson. My big problem with this is, why the fuck was it shot in English and then dubbed in Chinese? Why couldn't I have the option of listening to it in the original language it was shot in? Come on.
Well, that's Jackson's fault, so...
I'm just downloading the top one I see, man. I'm not putting any more thought into it. I agree, though. That shit was fucking stupid.
That's why I watched it on Netflix, so I could just watch the English version.
Did you actually? Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think the performances were fine.
They're whatever.
I do remember at the beginning of the movie, I was like, wow, this movie, I think I might have thought it was, like, oversaturated, but I don't think bloom is, like, brightness or whatever, right? It has something to do
That's
with
part of the
glow.
problem, too. They crank up the colors all over this, and it makes it look, like, sickly, almost.
Yeah.
Like, unironically, I think this might be one of the ugliest movies we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, the color correction and the lighting is that bad. Even on the shots that aren't, like, ugly, they just kind of look like reality TV shots. And, like, the way they're, like, framing and lighting scenes, it's just, like...
Yeah.
It, like... I cannot express how bad I think the cinematography in this is.
Yeah, and I think the only other, like, issue... I don't even know if this is an issue. Maybe it's because... I'm not based in reality. I don't know where to put it on this scale. The characters in this movie, especially when it comes to combat, feel like they're made of paper mache.
Yeah.
They take one stab wound in somewhere arbitrary on their body and they fucking die.
I assume that just has to do with, like, the rating of it being PG-13. They were limited with what they could do, but I agree. Especially, like, the final scenes. Like, it just took out a lot of impact from it. Like, if one of the characters died, like, man, blood. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
I mean, I'm not even saying it needed blood. It just felt like somebody
blood.
Gets a cut and they fucking die. It's like an Achilles heel situation. He can't be killed except if you slice his heel. And that was, like, every character in the... Like, I get... In all the other combat scenes, you know, people get stabbed, they get sliced. It doesn't look like they're getting stabbed or sliced. That's no. I have part of the problem with that. My issue is with more of our main characters, you know, them being like the actual combat experts and, you know, badasses or whatever you want to call them. They just get, like, nicked in combat and they just fucking die, and I'm like, the combat choreography itself is pretty neat, but then it kills it when they just die immediately from like seemingly, you know, maybe I'm used to all these other movies where our characters just take blow after blow and just die to not 1,000 cuts, but you get the idea.
It doesn't really help that this film has like a lot of characters and none of them are particularly interesting. they're just very shallow, so I don't care about any of them even when they do die.
The only character I liked was, and perhaps predictably, the guy with the fucking, like, armored arms that he would do stuff with. And literally nothing to do with the character himself. I just think that idea as, like, a fighting style is neat.
Yeah, I would agree with you guys.
Really cool.
I think one of my least, or, like, probably the biggest flaw with this movie is that I just didn't give a shit about any of the fucking characters. Nobody left an impression on me at all. And that's especially telling because, you know, the returning character, like, the main woman, I just had no interest in her, like, whatsoever, and, you know, she's the fucking lead, and that's a big problem, and, of course, that spirals, like you guys said, into not really having any stakes or feeling anything when, like, the final fights or whatever are happening. It was just a very big nothing burger. Like, the characters didn't matter, the story wasn't particularly entertaining, it was messy, it meandered a lot, and it was ugly.
Wait, did I misrank this movie? I'm trying to find the first movie, and I don't see it. I guess I could use a search bar, that'd be intelligent.
Anyway, do we have much else to say about this movie?
No, not really.
I think I did misrank this.
I will say, I mean, I think it's slightly better than the first one, which is how I rated it. And that's largely one because, like, as much as we, like, dogged on, like, the color and stuff, I think the cinematography itself is kind of fine. It's just some of, like, the editing and the post-processing they were doing just kind of kills it a bit for me. I think it's a lot less stupid too, but also, unfortunately, with it being a lot less stupid, it also becomes a lot more generic feeling. But I still think that's an improvement over it being stupid. And I do think the action scenes are a lot better in it than the previous one. But it's like a give and take thing, because I think the action's a lot better in this one. They're still pretty goofy, but the first ones were like funny. And I don't think any of the fight scenes in this are particularly funny. So, you know.
Yeah, one thing I'm now thinking about with the fight scene specifically is I think the, you know, very straightforward choreography is better in this one, but I think when it comes to, like, these set pieces of where the action is happening, I think they might be worse. Like, I don't think anything in this one approaches, like, the one-on-one duel between the girl and that other girl, or in that one specific fight scene that I actually do remember from the first one, and I don't remember anything from the first one, is the bar fight where it's like a 2-story bar and the guy's constantly hopping up and down and doing stuff. I think that fight scene is better than pretty much anything in this one.
That's the exact one I was going to reference. I don't think anything is better than that one, but I think overall the average fight quality in this one is better produced than the first.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, do you have anything else to say about this one?
No.
I guess not.
Alright, I'm sticking to my D+.
I'm gonna stick at a C-. I could see myself potentially lowering it to a D+ later, but for now I'm sticking at a C-.
Yeah, I did some review. I don't know why I gave it a B-. I thought I only gave it like a rank above the last one, so I'm gonna give it a C+.
Man, I am earnestly debating if I actually think this one is worse. Because it is truly so fucking ugly to me. And I really do think the story is better in the first one. And we didn't think the story was great, but I felt like it had way more going on, and I could care a bit more about what was going on in that one. I will play it safer now and just say lateral. The improvements in this one are canceled out by the way it's worse, and I'll go at a flat C.
Wow.
And it lands at a flat C overall.
Wow.
Fair enough. Slightly better than the first one.
We're gonna get crucified for that. People fucking
100%. The first one people love. They go crazy for that movie. It is a cultural classic. Yeah.
Oh well.
We're not true cinephiles. We keep missing on all these old ones.
Yeah. It's not even
that
that
one's
old.
not even that old. It's from 2000, yeah.
Dude, that was almost 30 years ago.
Oh god.
That's so true.